Are you new to Christianity, but you just don't know where to start? Well, if so, this video is for you. Today's question of the day comes from YouTube by somebody who goes by the @ of Potato Extreme 4252. As someone who has built a life for themselves not being a true Christian, do you have any starting tips for how to get closer to God and break out of old habits and routines, as well as keeping Jesus at the center of my heart, soul, and mind? And the answer is yes. And I'm going to give you 3 things to focus on so that by the end of this video, you will be better equipped to start your walk with Jesus. The first thing that I would say is have the heart to want to do it God's way, which it sounds like you already have because you're asking me a question on how to see it through. So just by having the heart posture to do it God's way shows that you're already off to a great start. Secondly, you have to make sure you understand the expectations that God has for you. God is not holding you to the standards of perfection, nor is he expecting you to be. The moment that you surrender your life to God, you're gonna want to do it all his way. But just because you want to do it all his way doesn't mean you actually will. And that's because your walk with Jesus is a lifelong journey. This is where we get into justification versus sanctification. Justification happens the moment that you accept Jesus into your heart and you have now been justified as if you had never sinned before. And God actually loves you so much that he gives you a free gift. And that free gift is actually the transition into sanctification, which is the Holy Spirit. Because how could God expect us to be more and more like him if he didn't give us the tools to actually get there? So now that we understand what justification is, let's get into sanctification. That is the lifelong process of becoming more and more like Jesus every single day. So understand the expectations of all of this. If you have been justified, which means you've received the Holy Spirit, it's now expected that you will bear fruit looking more and more like Jesus. And you can take the pressure off of yourself because it's not by your own works that it will happen. It's through the power of the Holy Spirit. And it's by the power of the Holy Spirit that we will actually be able to break out of these old habits and routines. And my third point is all about the relationship aspect of God. Understand that you've been given everything that you need to have an amazing relationship with your Creator, who the Bible tells us will never leave or forsake us. So you now have a partner to do this life with. And the last thing it comes down to is your intentionality and your time. And the only way you're going to grow in your relationship with God is by spending intentional time with him. Don't approach your relationship with God as an obligation, but rather with excitement. Because the more and more that you seek God, the better your relationship with him will be. Don't let Christianity or God be something that you do, and it's just who you are sometimes, but rather let it be everything that you are and something that you're constantly living out. And over time, you will become so sensitive to the Holy Spirit that by default, you'll reach the goal of what your question is asking. So I pray this video sets you off on the right foot in your relationship with God. And the next question that I choose to make a video on will be from my Instagram only. And that is the same username here @TheDaltonTice. So if you want a shot at your question being answered next, make sure you leave it in the comment section of this post on my Instagram. And I will see you tomorrow. God bless.